Michael Agner.
Thank you, Mayor. Mike Agner, I'm with Operating Engineers. We represent about 200 of your employees. Every time I come to the City Council meeting, I'm amazed at all the cool things that Stockton's going on. I've got kids and grandkids that live in Stockton, and I applaud the future that you're trying to do here. But the reality of it is I was here in February prior to our opening of negotiation sessions to tell you that we had some problems. And I came to you with the idea that maybe you weren't aware of it. But since we've been in negotiations, I think I was mistaken. I think you all know exactly what you're doing. I actually sent a letter to the city manager, now ex-city manager, asking for a meeting, and he responded to me with a sarcastic email that my request for a meeting was nothing more than a negotiation tactic. So I appreciate the fact that what level you took with him today, so that's a good thing. The other thing is that I see all the cool things that you're trying to do with the wastewater treatment plant. Well, I'm here with a bunch of the employees that work out there, and your city right now, you're not even allowing them to get a cost of living raise that's equal to what the cost of living is. You want to pay them less, but you want to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to upgrade these wastewater plants, and these are the people that are going to run it for you. I've seen you guys do some really great things here, and we're asking, all we want is what the cost of living raises. Your current labor negotiator is not willing to come to you with our proposals. They feel that they have enough authority from you that they don't need to come to you and tell you that we're not happy. I'm being hounded daily from people saying, let's do a labor action against the city of Stockton. So I'm going to tell you straight up front that I'm researching that concept right now. This is the 13th largest city in the state of California. You got all these great things you're trying to do downtown, around town. You're putting all this money into your infrastructure, but the actual employees that live here in town that are trying to work for you, you won't even give them a decent, what the cost of living is. You're offering them what's less than the cost of living right now. And it's very frustrating dealing with your labor negotiator that won't even come to you. And I don't know if she's telling you this. If she's telling you this, shame on you because you're not listening to her. You need to tell your labor negotiator to come to us with an offer that we can deal with. Because if you don't, I brought people with me here tonight like I promised back in February. You know, if we need to research a labor action against your city, we're prepared to do that. And we don't want to do that. That's why I reached out to the now ex-city manager to try and work these things out. We want to work these things out with you, but you got to talk to us. And don't come to us and say that we're going to give you this raise that's less than the cost of living. That's just not right. I mean, I'm listening to you guys talk about how great all these things are downtown. Well, how about the people that are working for you right now? I mean, the council is giving themselves a raise. Shoot, I watched the city attorney get a raise tonight. You offered him 5%. That's twice what's being, almost 3 times what you're offering us. And he's probably one of the highest paid, folks in the city, which no disrespect to him, but that's the reality. I mean, there you go. I agree with you. So thank you.
Thank you. Darren Seymour.
You said Darren Seymour, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. My name is Darren Seymour, and I'm also an operating engineers business rep, and I have the privilege actually to represent the Industrial Utilities District and the Public Works people. And on what Mike is saying, we're in negotiations, and it's a travesty of what's going on in there. It's embarrassing to the city, for you people. We've tried so hard to do this, and we talked to our negotiator and say, hey, she said that's the only authority she has, and we ask her, can you ask for more authority? And she flat out tells us no, there's no need for that. And yet, it's not even a cost of living raise at all. You guys just got over 60% raise, if I'm not mistaken, to help you make up for the bankruptcy. We're still living in the bankruptcy. You guys are not cooperating at all. You're telling us you got this long-term thing, which is a suggestion, and it's just not working. We're going backwards. We're not even giving a cost of living. They did a comp study, and the comp study surprised you guys. It was mind-blowing about how much it was a mess. We've got people anywhere from 10% to, now listen to this, to 67% below standard. Below, not above. 67%. That's not right. That should never happen, but it has happened. And they're telling us, well, we can, help that person get up to 57% below standards. Are you serious? I don't even know if they're bringing what's happening, what we're negotiating to you guys. But it's a travesty if they're not, and it's more of a travesty if they are and you're not doing anything about it. One of the reasons we're coming here today is to make sure you're aware of this and give you the opportunity to fix it. Because I'm telling you right now, this is not working at all. We want you to fix it. We're giving you the opportunity to fix it, and we're asking that you fix this. This is just not right. In negotiations, they're not even, you guys aren't even, on non-monetary issues, you're just saying no. And they're not giving us reasons why. Just no. That's not the way to negotiate. I know you guys are better than that. So we're asking you to do the right thing and help us out. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry Taurus.
Mr. Mayor, council members, my name's Henry Taurus. I'm a longtime city employee who dealt with the bankruptcy, dealt with the pre-bankruptcy. I was here long before, I believe, any of you became a council member or mayor. And I'm part of the pile of people that got piled on and gave up to try to keep the city from going bankrupt. I think former interim city manager Bob Dice said, we're all going to take a haircut. And my hair's never grown back. During those times, they asked for cuts. We said, if it'll help keep our brothers and sisters from being laid off, sure, we'll take some cuts. So we took furloughs at 4.7% a year. And there were many years that we took the furloughs. And at some point in time, we were out of contract. So we weren't getting a cost of living increase for approximately 10 years. When we were getting a cost of living increase at that time, it was 2.6. And that was 80% of the CPI. So we've been taking a haircut, and we continue to take a haircut. The CPI is over 3%. The city's offering their workers 2%. Most of us are below the median average of the wages of all the surrounding cities around here. And we've given so much, and we can't even get a fair negotiated contract from your people that you guys are empowering to negotiate on the other side of the table. All we'd like is a fair contract to get us back to trying to be whole. During that bankruptcy time, we gave up like 37%. Never got it back. And you guys want to give us 2% a year, which keeps us losing 1% on the cost of living. Doesn't even try to catch us up with what we've lost already. We just like a fair contract. And we want you to know that we'd really like you to step in and step up. I see you forgave Mr. Court some liens on his properties today. You gave the city attorney a 10% raise. Basically, 5% wages, 5% in his deferred. You don't give us any deferred. And he's one of the highest paid people in the city. You used to give us 2.5% into our deferred. You took it away during the bankruptcy. Help us get back to level.
Thank you, Mr. Taurus.
Thank you.